Welcome to I Am, our cosmic vibe. My name's Jeff, and I'm your host. Welcome to the Walk the Talk edition of April 26th for 2024. Uh, Today I'm not really going to focus so much on exercise and eating and everything else. I'm going to focus on something that we spoke about a little bit on yesterday's edition, which was water. I had referenced experiments done with water that was put under different thoughts, thoughts of hate and anger, and thoughts of love and beauty. The water was frozen and analyzed, and the results were quite astounding. The water that had thoughts of beauty and goodness spoken over it when analyzed. Its the geometric shape of the frozen water was beautiful and very coherent and very pleasing to look at. Whereas the water that was put under a lot of negativity, frozen and analyzed, was very discordant, made no sense. It was very ugly to look at. And as I was walking yesterday, it came to mind, wow, our bodies are made up of 70% water. We drink a lot of water every day. Water is a very big part of our lives every day. And I started thinking about it. Okay, so if you go and buy a case of water at the store and you're bringing it home, what has that water previously been exposed to? Were the people making the water or bottling the water in the factory? Did they hate their jobs? Did they love their jobs? What energy was it produced in? Did it absorb a lot of negativity along the way to getting to my home? Did it absorb a lot of positive messages on the way of getting to my home? What happens when I drink the water that comes out of our tap? That is very, very processed. And has come through pipes in the earth and everything else. And what is that exposed to along the way? What is it that we're actually putting into our body? If our body's made up of 75% water and we're putting a whole lot of water into our body that's very, very a negative, what impact does that have? Or even worse, if we put very positive water into our body and we sit and think negative thoughts, what does that do to our body? So based on the results that we were looking at before of what happens to water when exposed to negativity or to positivity, it sort of reinforces even more the need to be positive in our thoughts and positive in our words. I don't know that any experimentation has ever been done between the water that's in your body and the thoughts that you have every day, and how that impacts you when you go through the day. Do negative thoughts in the morning get carried in the water in your body throughout the day and keeps being reinforced by other negative thoughts? Does it have an impact on us negatively if we're drinking water that is very negative, even though we are neutral or slightly positive? So it really makes you think about the energy in the universe and what it is we're thinking about. It sort of reinforces to me the need to definitely try to watch your thoughts. Because they control your words, or watch your words because they create your actions. And that water is the water of life. We need it every day. And how do we try to make sure that it is helping us and not just keeping alive, but hurting us mentally and emotionally and spiritually? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it has nothing to do with any of that at all. But the fact that water can hold intention, it seems, or hold emotion, certainly does seem that if your body is full of a negative emotion, that it's having an impact on the 70% of your body that's water. Does that negative emotion held in the water, does it hold over? Does it feed back into your brain? Does it keep you in that negative space? And how do we change that? I had been watching one YouTube video. I'm trying to remember the gentleman's name, but he was sitting down and he had a bottle of water with him, and he had crystals in the bottle of water, and he was asked why, and he said it was to create positivity. He had prayed over over the crystals, or given them intention of positivity before he put them in his water, and took them with him and drank the water that he was sure was positive, that wasn't negative, that it wasn't taken out of a case somewhere, that we had no knowledge of what intention that water was absorbing from the people around it. In your grocery store, a husband and wife having a fight, or thinking negatively about each other, or somebody, again, as I said, that hates working there, or doesn't like doing this stuff. Are those intentions absorbed by the water in the store? Um, Very likely they are. So we need to look a little deeper at water, and how our thoughts impact it, and how it impacts our lives. It was just something that really struck me as something that I'd never really heard discussed before. If you are drinking a water, if you're mad at your spouse and you're making them a cup of coffee, and all you can think about is how much you are angry and how much you dislike them, and give it to them to drink, what does that do? They're drinking that hatred and anger because it's held by the water. Should we be more focused on, when we're making that cup of coffee, even though we may be having an argument, of thinking about love and thinking about peace, and giving that cup of coffee to our partner, and having them ingest thoughts of love and peace into their lives, and making it easier for everyone? I don't have the answers to it, but I think there is some validity to the fact that if water absorbs energy and thought, and emotion, that maybe we most definitely need to be aware of our thoughts. Most definitely need to be aware of our words and our vibrations that we put out into the universe. We can pass them back into ourselves. If you're angry and you're pouring yourself a glass of water and you're drinking the water, you're putting anger back into yourself without even realizing it. Anyhow, folks, that's going to be it for today. I hope you can ponder that, and be kind when you're pouring your glass of water, and think thoughts of love and positivity, so that it can be shared by all that come in contact with it. Love and light. Have an amazing day.